except in a vague way. Do we, for instance, have any idea where our data goes when it leaves our phones and laptops? How we might benefit from it? Who has access to it? Who wishes to use it, and for what purpose? We might be pleased that big stores know our preferences and make special effort to inform us when targeted special offers are available. We might worry about privacy or even identity theft. But who knows what other tangible harms might occur as a result of our data being used, misused, or abused by companies or government departments? And do we know how to judge if an apparent trade-off, privacy for security or convenience, for example, is worthwhile or even safe? Do we even know that there may be a trade-off? This book gives some context for exploring these issues. Today, surveillance has become an unprecedentedly central, pervasive, but largely unseen feature of society. Our lives have become increasingly visible to others who take a deliberate and systematic interest in their details. But those others are less and less visible to the people whose details are being collected, analyzed, and acted upon. We may be aware of surveillance, but our awareness of its extent is limited. Also, surveillance activities have to be recognized in many contexts where they might not at first be expected. Take, for example, browsing the internet, when suddenly you notice an advertisement appear in a sidebar and a flicker of recognition occurs. A company you've never heard of is trying to sell you exactly the kind of running shoes you looked up yesterday when you wanted to know about the best brands for trail use. Or you think your WhatsApp conversation produces ads on Facebook, now part of the umbrella company Meta. Clearly your activities may be visible and audible to companies. But who are they? And how did they find their way to your phone or laptop? For some, this experience feels creepy, but to others, commonplace and unremarkable. The sense that someone is targeting you may seem unnerving because it is the result of surveillance. Someone has access to the details of your spending habits, conversations, and other personal details, and they are using these to try to sell you something. You may want to give this activity a name other than surveillance. Maybe marketing would be better. Well, yes, that could work. But marketers still seek details of your spending habits, your identification data, your everyday contacts, your preferences and commitments, and your location and movements, so that they can inform and nudge and prod you towards certain products and purchases for profit. Such activities may not be seen as surveillance, not least because the surveillance aspects are not always obvious. The academic Shoshana Zuboff uses a revealing term: surveillance capitalism. That indicates how central surveillance has become to the economic and political systems that surround us today. Surveillance capitalism's raw materials are the details of our everyday lives, harvested from our online lives. Probing this phenomenon is woven into this book's fabric and elaborated in Chapter 7. So it's important to recognize that seemingly trivial surveillance is bound up with the very ways that society is organized to provide for and protect us, and also with how power operates and how our everyday opportunities and choices are shaped and channeled. What is happening in the world of surveillance? Most significantly, surveillance is growing exponentially in the 21st century. What may be less than obvious, however, is just how much data is gathered on each of us constantly. Boosted by the pandemic, in every minute in 2022, says the Data Never Sleeps website, Instagram users shared 66,000 photos. Users uploaded 500 hours of YouTube videos. WhatsApp users shared